are new, I am Miranda Marie. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel. So I am doing a double upload. I know you probably, hopefully, just saw my last Vlogmas video, which is about the worst trip ever. Well, this one is a little different. This one, I'm going to actually provide some of my solo travel trips. I know a few videos back, actually I believe it was last year, so it's been actually a year, because I really kicked off this channel last year for Vlogmas. So it was around last year I did a video called My First Solo Trip. And with that video, a lot of people emailed me or sent me DMs on Instagram asking tips about solo travel, like what tips did I take. So in this video today, I am going to provide you with the tips that I personally use myself in order to travel safely as a solo woman. I use these tips whether it's local cities and states or even abroad, going to different countries. My first tip that I have, I'm sorry, but I do have my little book here so I could try and stay in stay in order. But my first tip is pick a destination. Pick a destination as to where you want to go. Do you want to go somewhere kind of chill and laid back? Do you want to go somewhere where you want to turn up? Do you want to stay stateside? Do you want to go abroad? You have to pick a destination. That is my first tip. My second tip is to, once you pick a destination, pick a place to stay. Do you want to do a hotel? Do you want to do an Airbnb? Do you want to do a family stay? You may be going somewhere where you can stay with family or friends. All-inclusive resorts. For me, anytime I travel somewhere and they have an all-inclusive resort, I'm all for all-inclusive. Because sometimes I might just want to go and just chill in the resort. Sometimes I just might want to go and do half and half. I want to chill in the resort and I want to go out and mingle with the local people. So second tip is definitely pick a place to stay. My third tip is do your research. When I tell you, I don't care where I'm going, I don't care if it's Texas, I don't care if it's Los Angeles, I don't care if it's Panama, I don't care if it's Japan, I always do my research. Not only for the area that I want to go to, but also for the resort or the Airbnb or the hotel that I'm staying in. My favorite thing to do is, of course, Google reviews and also YouTube. 99.9% of the time, if you type in the location or the place that you're staying, especially if it's in a hotel or a resort, there's going to be plenty of videos of people showing you firsthand their experience at that resort, hotel, and sometimes even Airbnb. So always, always do your research. Fourth tip is join a Facebook travel group, especially if you're a solo traveler, male or female. They have them for both. They have them for male and females. You know what I'm saying? They have ones just for men. They have some just for women. They have some for a combination of both. They have some for singles. They have some for, you know, those 40 and up, those 30 and up, 25 and up. Like, they have different travel groups. Join a travel group. A lot of the questions, you can find answers within those groups. And also, you can possibly even find travel buddies. You could run across someone who's traveling to the same area, the same time as you, or you might be coming as they're just getting ready to leave, but you could still link up if you want to. The third thing I'm going to say is, if you're traveling abroad, make sure you have your passport. You are not going anywhere without a passport. In some areas, you might also need a visa. Again, that's when the research comes in handy to know, okay, I need a passport and I need a visa, or I might just need a passport, or I may not need a passport. There's certain areas you go to, you don't need a passport. You don't have to have a passport to go to Puerto Rico. You don't have to have a passport to go to Hawaii. You know what I mean? Certain areas like that. For the U.S. Virgin Islands, you don't have to have a passport. So, research. I'm telling you, it's going to be your best friend. Google and YouTube are going to be your best friends. I'm trying to tell you. Also, if you're traveling abroad, and I really found this very important when me and a friend of mine took a trip to Barbados, global entry. Global entry is awesome because if you travel abroad a lot and have to use your passport, this is something that can help you cut through a lot quicker. It can process you a whole lot faster so you're not standing in them long lines. It also has the double dual of TSA pre-check. So global entry is amazing. And not only that, if you're traveling out of the country, like how we went to Barbados, even though you technically don't have global entry, if you upload your information to the system, you can upload it to the U.S. Embassy in whatever country you're in so that they know, hey, I'm arriving here at this time on this flight. This is where I'm staying. This is my point of contact. You know, this is my itinerary. So if something happens, like God forbid you're somewhere and a lockdown happens or a war starts going off, they're going to know, you know, or nobody's heard from you for a while. They're going to know, hey, she entered this information in on this date. She came here this date. Nobody's heard from her from this date. We need to go to this resort, or we need to go to this Airbnb, or we need to contact this person. Like, it's very important to share your itinerary. Like, I don't care who it's with, a friend, a family member, a coworker, a manager, whoever. I don't care if it's your primary care provider. Make sure somebody knows where you are, what you're doing. Because the way the world is now, you know, it's a gamble, unfortunately. It just is. But always, always, always use your common sense. Safety first. So actually the itinerary with family and friends, that was number 7. So the passport, visa, number 5. We'll make the shower itinerary number 7, or excuse me, number 6. Number 7 is download WhatsApp. I mean, unless you just don't care, especially if you're traveling out of the country, unless you just don't care about paying that extra money on your cell phone bill, download WhatsApp. Either that or buy a local SIM card from wherever you're at, so that way it'll keep the cost down and so that you're able to communicate. But my number one thing is download WhatsApp. I mean, just download it. It's quick, it's easy. I mean, if you want to take it off when you come back home, that's fine too, but just download WhatsApp. Number 8, use taxis and ride shares safely. I say this because even here in America, it's been crazy. I mean, you have drivers attacking people, trying to, you know, human traffic them, attack them. It's crazy everywhere. You just never know. I mean, even when I drive my own car, I still say a prayer each and every time I get in it, because it's not necessarily you, but it's the people around you. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you are moving about safely. Like, I'm the type of person, they don't need to know I'm there by myself. Where you going? Oh, I'm going to meet my family. Oh, I'm going to meet my boyfriend. Oh, I'm going to meet my sisters, so that they know, hey, these people are expecting me, or these people are expecting this person. If they don't show up, they know something's wrong. And I'll be the first one to tell, like, oh yeah, I just shared my information with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I will act like I'm on the phone. I will have my earbuds in. They don't know if I'm talking to somebody or not. I have my earbuds in. And if they be like talking, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the phone with my sister. Yeah, I should be there in such and such, such and such. I'm in the car right now. Here's my, you know, here's my itinerary, or here's my share ride information, or here's the taxi information. They don't know. Which also leads me to, when you're out and about, be alert. Like, you have to be alert, especially if you're going out to a club and you're going to be drinking, because you just never know. And like I said, that's even here in the States. Like, you have to be alert. Watch your drink. Don't leave your drink. Don't let, if somebody buys you a drink, go to the bar with them. Like, don't let them go buy you one and then they come. No, you follow them. Or, hey, I appreciate you. If you want to give me the money, I'll go ahead and buy it myself. You know what I mean? Like, Some people may think that's rude, but we got us as women, we got, and men too. I'm not just gonna say that because it be some women out here on some scamming type stuff too. But we all have to be careful and mindful and just be alert. You know what I mean? Number 10, look like you know where you're going, which goes back to researching. If you research well ahead of your trip and you set forth not necessarily an itinerary you have to stick with, but just get an idea of what you want to do and you familiarize yourself with it, you're not going to look like a local. You know what I mean? You're going to look like, okay, I've been here before, or I live here, or I visited enough to know, bop, 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 bop. So look like you know what you're doing and where you're going. Number 11, leave the flashy stuff at home. Depending on where you go, clothing, jewelry, even phones are hot commodities. And if they see you flashing them around and you know, and it's just one of those things where they know they can come up on some money, they will rob you. They will rob you. They will attempt to, they will do whatever, they will keep their eye on you, they will pickpocket you. So you have to be mindful and alert of your surroundings at all times. Number 12, use and hide your phone strategically. Again, if you're in certain areas where, you know, especially these iPhones can make somebody major money, they see you, I'm sorry, I had a curl, I'm sorry, curl wanted to go in my mouth. And they see you just using it, not paying no attention, they can just walk up on you, steal it. They watch you just put it in your pocket, come pickpocket you. Like, you have to be mindful. Like, a lot of the times I'll use it in the car. Like I said, I will have an earbud in my head, not nothing going, but I could be on my phone, like you know what I'm saying, listening to music, not even necessarily listening to music, but like I'm talking to somebody, but I can still be looking at where I'm about to go. So that way when I get out the car, I can hit it. I already know what I'm doing. I know who I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for, like things of that nature. If you need to stop and use your phone, go into a restaurant, go into a store, just go in somewhere where there's other people around so you don't look like you're a visitor. You know what I mean? 13, dress appropriately for the culture. Again, this goes with researching. This is just like in Barbados. Like, we had to research all this. Like, you cannot wear camouflage of any kind in Barbados, or you can get detained. You can get detained for wearing. Doesn't matter if you're on a resort, Airbnb, you can get detained for wearing camouflage. Just like when we were in Thailand, going to some of the temples, certain body parts had to be covered. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be cognizant and respectful of other people's culture. It can either, one, not permit you to go in, and or two, even worse, you can end up getting detained in a whole different kind of country. Who wants to get detained in a different kind of country? We see how that's going on now with Brittany Griner. Like, you don't want those problems. You do not want those problems. So be mindful of the culture and the do's and the don'ts. Number 14, I only had 14, but I'm going to make it 15. So number 14, I'm going to actually say, don't tell anyone you're by yourself. Like, me personally, I'm such an introvert. I was surprised that I actually opened up as much as I did on my solo trip to meet other people, to the point where it was actually my waiter who told me, he's like, you're here by yourself. I'm like, no, my sister's in the room. He's like, you're here by yourself. He's like, I couldn't tell at first. He's like, you were doing a really, 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 really good job, but every time I see you, you are just by yourself. And he was like, I know. He's like, even if your sister was sick, I would figure like I would be bringing more food to the room, more, you know, something. And he was like, it's okay. He's like, I know 2 other girls who are here by themselves too. I actually linked them together. One of them actually lives like 2 doors down from you, and the other one, she's on the opposite side. So I'm going to link y'all together. He linked us together. We literally spent the whole trip together, and we still talk to this day, and that's been since 2018. So yeah. But at first, make it seem as if you're not by yourself. This is a good way for all my introverts to step out of your comfort zone. Go meet other people. Go engage. Go do the games in the pools and the phone parties and the masquerade balls and whatever else that the resort has to offer. Or if you're in a city and you're not familiar with it, Google happy hour. Google meetup and link ups. There's different organizations in every state, every city, where they have meetups, whether it's just for women, just for men and women, like whatever you like, whether it's a happy hour, a sip and paint, you know, whatever interests you. I'm sure if you Google a group, it will appear. Go meet new people. I mean, you may see them again, you may not see them again, but step out of your comfort zone. And the last tip that I'm going to give you is enjoy your freaking trip. Like, you deserve it. If you're working, you're going to school, you're married, you're a parent, you're taking care of your parent, you're taking care of a grandparent, you're taking care of a niece and nephew, whatever your case is, everyone deserves time for themselves. Everyone deserves a vacation. I know things are hard, money might not be right, but I'm telling you, if you cut out on the Starbucks, the Dunkin' Donuts, the eating out, the happy hour every weekend, the clubbing every weekend, I'm telling you, in just 90 days, every time you think about eating out, ordering out, going to a happy hour, going to a club, do you know how much it costs just to go to a club? This is before you go out. You got your nails, you got your hair, your makeup, your lashes, your outfits. That's before you leave the house. Then you either driving yourself, driving in a group, using an Uber. So if you use the Uber, depending on where you're going, that's money. Even if you're driving yourself or y'all driving in a group, you still got to pay for parking. And if it's anything like Georgia, you starting at $20, $25 and up just to park somewhere. Then you got to get in the club, and that depends on if it's a special occasion. You got to pay to get in the club, or you don't got to pay to get in the club if you got to hook up for the club. But then that's, are you getting a section? Are you getting bottles? Are you just buying drinks flat out? Drinks here start off at $12. And that might be old because, and that's depending on where you go. Like, it costs. If you just for 90 days, anytime you thought about doing any one of those things and just putting that money to the side in a separate account, and at the end of that 90 days, see how much money you have, I guarantee you would be able to go on a trip and not have to worry about anything. And I'm talking about spending money, flights, hotel, especially if you go into a country that's all inclusive. Come on now. Come on. Literally. You deserve it. Do it. Stop saying, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda. One thing about me, and one thing I learned for sure this year, I'm not waiting on nobody. I don't care if I gotta go by myself. I don't care if it's just me and my best friend. I don't care if it's just me and 2 other people. If it start off with a group of 10 and it end up with a group of 4, or end up with just a group of me, I'm out. I'm not waiting to book for nobody else. I'm not waiting for flights for nobody else. I'm not waiting for people to get their spending money up. If it's a trip I want to do and I got the money, I'm booking it right then and there. I'm not playing. Life is too short. We work too hard not to be able to enjoy the life that we work for. You know what I mean? So if I've learned anything in the last 2 years of like just traveling, it's that I'm not waiting for nobody. Okay? I'm not waiting for nobody. Like, it ain't even 2023 yet, and I'm already ready to send in my dates to my supervisor for 2023. Like, these are the dates that I need. Go ahead and put them on the calendar. First come, first serve, however you want to do it. But just know, I am my dates to you. So I want to hear no, oh, I'm not going to be at, PTO, baby. PTO. Prepare the others. Because this one right here, oh, she's out. Deuces, she's out. She is out, okay? One way or another. I don't care if I got to work from home. Block me so you're not sending me nowhere. I will work from home. That is fine. I have no problem working on the beach, doing some telehealth. You feel me? Not a problem at all. Because one, I'm still on vacation, and two, I'm still getting paid. Whatever. But guess what? I'm going. I'm going. That's one thing that I don't ask for. That's one thing I can honestly say. With every job that I work for, I don't ask for nothing except for the vacations that I want to do. I don't ask for certain holidays. The only holiday I usually ask for is my birthday, because my birthday is July 4th. But luckily, I've worked for companies where we're not even open on the 4th of July. So, guess who's on vacation? Guess who's gone? Don't worry about Christmas and Thanksgiving that much, because unfortunately, most of my family is in Ohio. They know I don't travel around that time. So this year, it was different because I was homesick, very much so, and I knew I needed to get home, and I had to handle some stuff too. But usually they already know. They already know. I don't have kids, so when it comes to spring break and stuff, I'm the soldier that's holding it all together. Like, I don't mind because I don't have no kids. So y'all go do y'all spring break thing, but please believe when it comes time for me to go on vacation, I don't hear no shit. Other than have a good time, we'll see when you get back. Okay? Period. But those are my solo travel tips. If you have any solo travel tips that you want to add on, please make sure you comment below. Make sure you like and share this video. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come on over and be a part of our gang. Also, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload. This is Vlogmas 2022, and until next time, bye.